Can you hear me all the way in the back? All right. Well, let's do this. Thank you for having us. We are Kjo Creatives. My name is Kia. That's Natalie in the back. That is my friend, first and foremost, but also my business partner. Um, Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all those lovely things. You know how that goes. Kjo Creatives. That's Kayjo, and then Creatives. Um, we um we man we started doing paint parties in the Inland Empire. I would want to say 2018, and it's been a pleasure connecting with children, families, organizations. We really believe in relaxation, tranquility, all those things. So when Caitlin reached out, we thought it was a perfect opportunity to kind of get back out there, uh, you know, in person. You know, we still do virtually. I know some of you are asking about prices and things like that. So we hope that you have a relaxing time. Painting should not be, it can be difficult, but I don't think it really should be. I'm here to help you. Natalie's here to help you as well. And so I thought, how about we get into these clouds? You have a sponge for this little cloud effect. All of this is created with a sponge, except for the moon. But I'll show you step by step what we're going to do. I like to kind of do a run through so you know where I'm going to go. So you have, right now on your plate, you have a blue and a white. And you have a bigger flat brush, and you have a smaller flat brush. So you don't really, you're not going to use the smaller flat brush for a whole lot. You'll be mainly working with the big one. And so I'm going to start with the blue. We're going to do some blending on our background, right? So I'm going to start with the blue paint. Just blue, just blue, just blue. And when I get about halfway, I'm going to start adding white. I may come a little bit under halfway, but you can kind of watch me for guidance and see how far I go, because I really want to create like a gradient effect. What else? So then from there, we will transfer over to our sponges, and we'll start working on our clouds. We'll probably wait a few moments for that background to dry a little bit, but we're only working with these three colors. You use blue probably the least amount. So if you're like, do I have enough? We can always add more too. If you run out, just raise your hand, or usually, Natalie will give you more. And that's pretty much it. You ready? Yeah. Okay, let's do it. I'm gonna I actually need a cup of water. Yeah. I'm gonna just go right in with the blue. You guys have, you know what? Let me take this because I feel like I'm gonna need it anyway.
You need a cup of water?
No, I got it. Okay, you're good. You're good. So I'm gonna wet my brush. A couple of tips too. So when you're using your water, you want to always just kind of dab that excess water off and tap it on the side or go like that, because what'll happen is it'll just kind of run down the canvas. So I'm gonna wet my brush before we start. Not too much, and it's fine. Like if it runs down right now, it's totally fine. We're gonna go top to bottom, and I'm just gonna go across with the blue. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you need any. If you're like, mine just looks so different. If it's so different, not a little bit. No two paintings are just alike. I did that painting and I did that painting, and they're actually different. They're very different to me. And really make it your own. I think that's one of the things about painting is, to me, there aren't any major rules, quote unquote, necessarily like do's and don'ts, because sometimes you create, even on accident, you'll create something that's like, oh, I really like that effect. I like how that looks. And obviously, I'm working on a bigger canvas, so I may be I got to catch up to you guys. So if I'm moving a little fast, it's because I'm trying to cover more ground. But take your time. Just back and forth. We're just going left to right or right to left, just back and forth. We're just gonna keep coming down with the blue. Creating our sky. And just so you know, the blue paint is like, out of all three that we have, it's the heaviest. So you'll see that you don't, that water will help kind of stretch it, get it down the canvas. Can you guys see that? Yeah. And now I'm walking back and forth. Good. All right. Good. Okay. Be friendly with that blue. It really helps the clouds pop out. It's more of a contrast between that blue and that white when we get those on there. We just want it to be smooth. Uh-oh, we got some background teachers. There's always a couple.
How far you want us to go down?
About when you get to the halfway mark, you can start adding white. You're gonna start. Then it'll be like blue and white. Because you went a little bit over, that's perfect. Just a little bit, it's fine. Because we're creating a gradient. It's not really gonna be like this straight line per se. You want it to blend into the next set. See, I'm almost there, but I'm gonna add a little bit more blue to mine because I wanted mine to be a little thicker. Don't get great, raise your hand, and ask questions if you need to. You need more paint? No, she said that. All right, I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna add my white, but I'm not ready yet. And when I say add white, I mean, I'll show you. See how I'm right here with this blue? I'm not saying I'm gonna add white right here. I'm gonna add this white right on this layer that I'm at. I'm gonna put it like right there. See how it starts to lighten that blue up? Yeah. That white is just creating more of a lighter.
You're putting white at the bottom now?
Then we're gonna keep adding white the more we go down.
Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna have blue on your breath, yeah, and have you rinse it.
Okay.
So it's just gonna get lighter and lighter.
Okay.
No, don't rinse it. Okay.
You just messed up.
If you rinse it, it's fine. You still have blue and white on your plate, so it's fine. Yeah, I kind of want mine.
Do I need to come down for this?
No, that's fine. You see this? You see how this layer is pretty much like solid blue or mainly blue, and then you start to see the hints of the white. That's the gradient we want to create. So then the further I get down, I'm going to be adding more and more white and less blue. But my brush still has blue in it, so you'll see the hints of blue come through.
Can't tell me.
Can't tell you nothing. I know. I told you it was going to be okay. I told you. That's what I know. It's gonna be ocean. Really ocean. Yeah, it reminds me of an ocean. Like it really reminds me of. That's what I was telling Natalie. That's right.
I'm trying to keep her with her.
I told you I was going a little faster than you. Y'all are in there too. Something about being close, y'all. And by the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll get down to the bottom. If you feel like it. Now let's say you get down to the bottom and you want more blue at the top, but you have white in your brush. Just rinse your brush out, dab it on the paper towel, and then go back to the blue. If you want to go back to that top without adding glue up there, you kind of want to fill it in a little bit more. You'll rinse that brush off before you go back to the top because you have white on there. You just don't want to mix it. Then you kind of lose that gradient. And I'm not sure, is anybody have any trouble getting all the way to the bottom on the easel?
Not me.
All right. And mind you, our clouds are going to be covering parts of the background, so really, it doesn't have to be. Yeah, where it changes, kind of like how I was telling you. So let's say if you come to about halfway and it's like a stark difference, like it's like blue and then we just get kind of white and it's less of a like this baby blue. If you get that, you're gonna go back to that middle part and you're gonna add like blue and then add your white on your brush. Like you're gonna do like blue paint and then you go back on top of it with the white. So it's really the timing. Sometimes that blue is drying and you add the white and it doesn't really mix. So I can show you up here too, because I want to add more blue to my top. Okay, let me show you. So this is what I say I wanted to come. I'm gonna come right here. Make that blue. I need some water. Now you don't want to add, you don't want to keep going over. Once you see get your top where you want it, you want to just sit your brush down, let it dry. Because one thing about paint is if you keep going over it, and it's in the process of drying too, what'll happen is you'll start to get these like white marks.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Because you are taking the tape off, essentially. So if that happens, go ahead and let it dry. Because less is more. And one thing about painting is layers. So if you're starting to get those white spots, just let it dry. And then when that's dry, you can go back over it in blue. But then you're working on the dry canvas like you started. Then it's more likely to not take off the wet paint. And create that look. So we should be about ready to put our brushes down.
But the more
I got a little spot for mine.
Mine's moving up. It's really what you want to do. But if you want to make it more smooth, once you do over there, so yeah, you want to take it right. Yeah, go from exactly that like you start with blue and then with white. Over white. Oh, and dry your brush out. You get too much water.
This one right there.
This way.
Yes.
It looks good to me. If you want that, I mean, what you don't want to do is keep going.
No, that's fine. I like it like that.
Yeah. It looks
And
good.
right up here or here?
Right where the white and the blue, where the red and the, yep, right there, right where they meet. You want to go like kind of up a little bit and then down a little bit, so.
Okay, everybody.
Blue and mixes.
I'm one of those people that Tell myself to stop. Ooh, nice. I knew it. Wow. She said it's nothing to me. I believe it. I do it. Oh, nice. So, usually guys,
No, you're fine. If you want to, you still can. I want to make this make up. And you also might need some.
all the way from.
Once you're done with that blend, like blend, the rest of we set it in the water. Right, if you want to, if you want to get the line, if you want to. Oh, yeah.
I'm not. I need one more good. Yeah, yours is better. Shut up. Just because you're a teacher. She got her camera. She did the outside. I said gloves. Okay. Is everybody ready? No.
I kind of jumped in.
How are you? You take your time. She's right. Yeah, she. She said she tried to tell you. She did. That's clean. Okay, everybody. Now you notice, I don't know which one you can notice more in, maybe that one. There's like hints of purple. You can probably see it better in that one. There's like a lighter purple over here, but it's because my canvas is still wet. And so when I put those, like, they're kind of like pink rose, red rose, pink. When I put that on, it makes it more, that's the thing. So if that's like an effect you want, You're just gonna mix that blue and that where did I go? Did I get this from you? Okay, cool. But first, what we want to do now, we're ready for our. You need any white? You going around doing white? Because I need white actually. Now we're gonna do our sponge and our cloud.
Yeah.
How's it going? And you might want to let it dry a little bit more too. Go ahead. Okay. You can be a little. Because what it is, the canvas has grooves in it, so sometimes you have to get in the grooves. You look like, I'm trying to think of it. So it's kind of not just it's easy for some people. Okay, everybody. You're getting seasick. Okay, I need white. I'm ready for the class. Good job. Daddy's already. Okay, we ready for our sponge? So this is how I like to hold it. When I'm, first what we're gonna do is a like an outline of where we want our clouds to be. So when I say outline, I just mean we're gonna dab around to kind of create the shape of the cloud, right? So this, I'm gonna come back to the front too. But this is how I like to hold it. With my finger. And I kind of use my index finger is like my point. Yeah, you guys. This is my point. So I don't actually hold it like this. This is what I'm not saying. I'm holding it here at the side where I want the
So you can get
cloud.
those like little
Okay.
stuffs on the cloud.
So
Feel free to do a better
put
job,
my
but that's
finger,
gonna show you as you-
put my finger like this, my point, my index finger. You got it perfect. Just like that, and I use that to point. Put this in the white, and I'm gonna point up there. So I don't hold it, I don't just squeeze it and go like that. I put my fingers, because that's kind of how you create those, like the, how do you call it, the round part around the cloud. So let me show you. A couple of tips. You have a plate, and you might need another plate, it's fine if you bring another plate. But you have a plate because I wanted you to be able to test. I put it directly in the paint and it's really thick. And I wanted you to be able to spread that out on your plate before you applied it to your canvas. Get that? I'm sorry. Say that again. So you have a plate right now. You may need another one. If you do, just ask Natalie. But you have a plate because when you put that your sponge in the paint, it's gonna be thick, right? And so I want to kind of dab that on my plate to get it
So you need another
out,
plate.
right? You're kind of like testing how it's going to even look directly on your plate before you apply it to your canvas. Because it's, a sponge absorbs, right? So it's like as soon as you put it in that paint, it's really thick. And I want to bring it down so that I can just, my first cloud, I'm going to go like this. I like mine to be kind of round. I'm going to go, and they're bigger over there. I'm probably make them a little smaller than what I started with. I'm just making my outline, how I want it to go. So that's my first cloud, my outline.
So we go, you do what you do.
Yeah, if you're ready, you go ahead. She needs some white.
Too big.
Okay.
Maybe I should have put it down like that.
And if you need more white paint, you probably do. Yeah, got it.
Excuse me.
Bless you. All right. That's my first cloud. I'm gonna make another one. I want my second one to come from this direction. And so I'm gonna show you another shape you can do the cloud. See, this one is like you have a curve at the top and a little curve at the bottom. Oftentimes when you see clouds painted, they also look like this. They kind of almost come to a more of a point at the top, and then they go like straight across at the bottom. So that's another way you can do it, another shape. But feel free to customize your clouds. So I'm just doing the outlines and then I'll fill them in after I do more. And you can make them smaller. I'm gonna make a smaller one right kind of in the middle. And I'm just dabbing, I'm lightly touching it. You don't want it to be heavy because what we're gonna do is we're gonna do multiple layers on our cloud. So you don't need it to be really heavy. Right now we haven't added any color. I'll tell you about mixing color too. Try to avoid spray yeah, I think it's like you like say you're picking like this. You're kind of washing it instead of just. You gotta take your hand, bring your hand over the camera. No. There you go. That's definitely more than a to create more of that space. Because it's also still wet from the food. Yeah. So when you go into that white, you take some of it off of the plate. You can fill them in. I didn't make my whole. I did that one. It's so funny that everybody asks to fill. So see, like for this one, it's going to make it. That's what told you should. I like it. Okay, how you doing? You know, sometimes when it gets quiet, that means people are really into it, but it's kind of hard to know. It's kind of hard to know. Okay, I'm gonna do my. I'm gonna keep going. I was just trying to see how people are doing. My next cloud. I'm gonna put a small one right here. Can't really see that because it's more into the white. I'm gonna put one over here. I like the curve at the top. And then I'm gonna have some ones coming from the corner. Like so, like that. Anybody watch Tabitha Brown? Nobody?
I heard of her.
Nah, I know. Yeah, she's a vegan cook. She's a black lady.
Yeah.
She just won an NAACP award. That she always says like so like that. So I got that for her. Okay, now I'm gonna start filling mine in, and I don't have a whole lot of paint on my sponge, and that's how I get that background to still come through, and it's not a thick layer. And don't forget to dab it on your plate first. Keep in mind we have to add. We're going to be adding color as well. Feel free to leave some clouds white if you like. I did that over there. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clouds on the bottom and 2 at the top. What I like to do, this is optional. I like to come about halfway, the halfway point on my canvas, and I'm going to create these small clouds that come from the corner on both sides. Because there's really nothing we put in the middle but the moon. But I just like to go like that. That's the cloud. And then I'm just gonna do one more over there, and I'm done with clouds for me. Okay, everybody. Now,
I think I have enough clouds.
you think you got enough clouds?
Except for one
Yeah, that's the last.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, so here's some tips for the color. So let's say you do all your first layer of color. Let's say you do pink, or this is really like a red. It's supposed to be like a red, but it's pink. So I'm referring to it as pink. Let's say you do it all pink, but you say, oh, I kind of want it to have more hints of purple. Then you're gonna add a little bit of that blue. But that's so there's two options. You can kind of say, I'm gonna do the pink first and then add the blue, or you can take your plate and test out the colors. So you take your sponge, put it in that pink just a little bit, and then you put some blue on there. Because now we no longer only have white on our sponge. There's no going back to that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm mixing the colors with my sponge on my plate before I apply it to my cloud. Can you see that? Probably see it better if I put it up here. Huh? So I'm gonna go back to the first cloud I did. Now you see this white outline we created first? I'm not gonna actually put color on that. I'm gonna keep that white, and really at the end we'll go back and add those highlights to the cloud. But for now, I kind of created like this deep purple, and I'm just filling the cloud in all the way down to the base of it. Now I don't have a whole lot on my. See how I left that white out? I'm gonna keep that outline on that cloud.
Are you using the same end of the sponge?
Same end of the sponge. I'm using the same end of the sponge. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You can turn it. The only thing about that is it is under the hand. That's one tip. So you can. So that one is like I created like a deep, like it's like a blue purple. But I'm going to look how one of them.
You added some of the pink with that?
I did. That was a pink and blue. Now I'm gonna kind of add more pink this time. I'm gonna go back with my pink and white. And I still have some of that blue on my sponge, but this is more of the pink. See that? Just a little bit. That was just more of the pink and white. I think I may need another plate because I don't have enough testing room. And let's say you kind of you want to. I'm gonna go here quick. Yeah, go here. And play with the colors. You know, you might want it to be a lighter pink. You could put the white and the pink together. If you want it to be more of a lavender. That's what I'm like.
You know, that's on your plate to see what the color looks like.
Ooh, this cloud is struggling. He's leaning. All right, I fixed it.
Should I add a little bit more blue in this one?
Let me see.
Well,
I like it. It like nothing.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Okay.
Like I didn't want to do that. You know? Because I kind of want them to be, I want them to be lighter in the end. So this is my first layer. Over this, I'm going to have more white too. I want my clouds to be really fluffy. We just add hints of color. Let me see what I get. So if you see, I already have, I'm getting. And the ones on top are going to be a little darker because they're right in the deep of the blue. It's very little on your sponge. So do not hesitate to just dab it off. It's still going to have paint on it. As much as you still get it out on the plate, it's still going to have the color. And that's how you get more of that background coming through. That's how you make it look fluffy. Where am I at? Let me get some of that right there. Anybody need more blue?
I didn't know how to do
You need more blue?
it.
Okay. Okay, everybody, how we doing? You say mm-hmm. Let me see how you sponge. Throw your sponges in. I think you were trying. How many people? Yeah. Okay. You can add more white. Yeah, she is. Okay, then I see. Let me see.
I'll raise your hand.
I think I should come all right. What do you think?
Depends on what you want to do. Let me just give you some.
You do it like you have a wrist. That's why it's in your wrist. See how she's tapping? We're gonna do white. Let those dry up. Unless you want to move it around.
Anybody need another plate? Another plate to work with?
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's do it then. That's nice. I think I'm going to, I feel inspired by some of these. I think oh, here. Okay, wait. I want to add a little, I feel like for mine, I have this curve. I just feel tempted to add a little bit of a line out, to bring this cloud out a little bit. Both sides, bring it out. I like that look. I really like that look. Like less round. Okay, so now we have our first layer of color, right? And so I want to lighten them up. I want to just bring some white in. So what's important right now, and I don't know, maybe you do this on your plate, on your napkin, or both. I really want to get what's on there out. Not totally rinsed out, right? You see how it's fading more and more and more. I also have it. You guys have a.
Can I get some white?
You guys have it. Yeah, you need. This next step is white. So if you need some white, let us know. I'm gonna even use my napkin, my paper towel, and get this out because I want it to be. I want more of my white to come through on this next round. Because typically this part they look, more dark. If you notice, the paintings I brought in, this one is lighter than the big one. But I like this one.
I learned how to cook. Okay, what time is it? How am I doing on time? 4:40? I'm quite all right.
Do I need one? Okay, so we're gonna take that. Did you do that step? You're gonna take that out as much as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're not rinsing them out. And I'm gonna go into my white. You ready? Okay. You know me looking. Okay, I'm gonna go into my white. Now you see how that white first. I'm gonna dab him out. And get him off. Now see what happens when I go back over, like the first one I did, it's a darker one. Right, now this is still wet. So it's just gonna lighten it up. You don't want a lot. I'm just lightening him up, bringing that white back in. And I'm gonna do that to all of them. I even want to kind of go back over that outline a little bit, bringing it down into the cloud. You see how that, can you guys see that right there? Mm-hmm. You see that white? Yes. Yeah? Okay. I'm going to keep going. White. I'm kind of going back over that outline a little bit, and I'm bringing it back to the forefront. See that now? You can kind of help them. Mm-hmm. That may be a harder detail to see in the back too.
Oh, yeah. So
I'm taking that white over it, and then I'm going back over that outline that we did at the very beginning to the clouds. See that? That's pretty, guys. And we're just dabbing, so you're not wiping the canvas like you would
I'd rather sit.
with a paintbrush. You're not cleaning the canvas. I need white actually. Blah 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 blah. So you all right?
No.
So I'm bringing that white in, again, going over that outline. That's the really important part, to go over that outline. See that? Bringing that white in.
Perfect.
Bringing that white in. Over that out bit. That outline should be more or less thick. The tip of our cloud. There we go. Make your outline stand out. Oh, I forgot. Take my finger. So why am I shaking? There we go.
Oh, you should have left yourself. It was better than that.
Okay, we're gonna add our moon. Let's see how we do.
You don't need it.
Oh wow,
Where you gonna put your moon?
nice. The only thing I will add to yours is that one.
Okay. Wait till she says.
Look at mine. I forgot my. Look at my moon. Look at my moon. It's okay.
Oh yeah, rinse out. Yeah, we got it. Only thing I see right here.
They didn't move yet?
How you get the You're not doing my shit.
I guess when you see the moon,
I'm not an artist.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, yeah.
And both is already going.
what's it, bull of the Chinese,
Oh, right. Hey, Tanya, you took all your canvas, huh?
Yeah.
You got that
I got a little
pizza?
prayer for a little, I didn't want to clown
Oh,
out.
that's good. I mean, that's good. It's going outside of the canvas. That's great. That's what I said. You like, you took yours outside. She done took hers outside. That's why I'm talking about that. That's why I didn't kick in. She took hers outside of the canvas.
I went a little crazy with it, okay?
All settled and everything. Y'all better take a page of mom. She got hers all set.
I know, right?
Serenity, look more like
Right,
serenity.
she does stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay, this is mine right here. That's mine right there. I think I put it together. Yeah.
Let me get on your page.
When you all got to tell them you lying. That's harder to do. How about that?
Okay, so we're gonna move on for the sake of time, but I want to show you something that we didn't do, but you can do, and it may be helpful. Let's say if you want to add something, right? Can I have all my brushes? So I would say with this, even with a smaller brush, this is something you could potentially do. I'm not saying this is not necessarily the next step. We are gonna move on to our move. Where is my white? Let's go like this. Okay, so this, my brush is a little bit bigger than your smaller one, but this is just something that, because I know some people kind of are like, I want to get my shape a little bit more like that curve. You can take the brush. Let me see which one I could do it on. I probably would do it on this one. You kind of manipulate the brush a little bit more. See that? See, I'm making that a little bit more.
Like a little design.
Yeah, it's like I'm just using white. I'm just doing that with the brush because I noticed that was probably a little bit more of the grease with the sponge, kind of creating that outline. See that? How I did that? I'll do it on this one. Well, how about I'll do it on this. It's a small brush. My brush is just bigger than yours, and my camera is bigger than yours. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm taking this edge and I'm creating these like little curves, little like I'm just curving my brush. And we'll do this same curve effect for the lip. Just going like this.
Are you using a small brush?
Yes, man. I'm gonna go like that. And I'm just doing the top. Just doing the top of the cloud. Just gonna curve. Because I see how it can be a little hit and miss. Some of you didn't really request how to get it just more like that. So this is just for you who did it. Kind of just the top. I'm not gonna do all of them. I like more of the sponge look. It's not solid.
So this is not really based on perfection, it's just based
It's
on,
not. It's
yeah.
not. I mean, you think about it, clouds have so many shapes. You know, some people want to. It's your preference too. You know, because I like more this one actually compared to that one, but I know some people want it to be more defined and that curve, and that's just the technique. But I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the same brush. I'm gonna move on to the moon, and all you need is white. This is a flat brush, right? And what we want to do, I'm gonna say, before you start, make sure your brush is fully rinsed. Well, it's the little one, we haven't used it. Unless you just did what I did. So I'm gonna take it on the I'm gonna take it on the paper towel, and I'm gonna rub it like this. Go back and forth. I want it to be as flat. I want the bristles to be together and not spaced out. Because for the moon, what I'm gonna do, put my brush directly into the white paint. I'm gonna go perpendicular with the canvas. So I'm going straight onto the canvas. See that? Actually, I can't see where I'm centered. Where's my center? Is my center right here? Okay, I'm gonna go straight onto the canvas. You can look up here if you want for a second. You won't miss it. I promise you can do this. I'm gonna go straight onto the canvas, and I'm just gonna go around. Hard to see from the side. Just going around. Creating that first. And then you got that on there, and you can just start shaping it up how you want. Right? I say go around first because the flatness of the brush gives you a pretty good, more or less circle. Right? That's not going to be perfect though.
Oh, that's perfect. Good job.
Doing good. Doing good. All right, let's do it. We about to close out with these stars. What we done?
You're ready.
I'm just taking that white, putting my brush straight to the canvas, just moving it around with my fingers. That's all. It's not even a. You've been dabbing this whole time, but now you're not moving back and forth. You're just moving that brush around. Straight on the canvas and just dab. I guess mine could be bigger than that. If you want to make it wider, do the same thing, but you're going to go out from the center.
You doing more sipping than paint.
That's right. She is. That's right. That's what I'm put on my thing, sipping.
Yeah.
All right. I'm done with my moon. I'm coming to I'm not actually done. I can see. Start from the side. Let me get mine a little bit more. Let me make this moon right there. That's not funny. Sure, it's hard to paint on the side. Mine's kind of big, huh? It's like another cloud, right? Ooh,
They look good. These ones look good. I know. They got these circles right.
Oh no, that's it. Oh my goodness. Okay. You want to do circles? And circles are great. Good work for me. Okay. All right. Okay. Now for the stars, you need your white paint again. I gotta straighten mine out because y'all need a little more white paint.
You got a picture of me?
Yeah, can we get white paint? Yeah. How do you do the stars? Okay, now the stars are a little messy. Stars are gonna get a little messy, okay? We need white paint for that. We're gonna go to our big brush. So rinse your big brush all the way out. The one way you can tell if it's rinsed out is dab, dab, dab. You want to hit that bottom, get that paint all the way out of that brush. Test it on that napkin. Just keep rubbing that out. You'll see what color's there. Even if it's light blue, that's
Okay, let me know if you need more napkins. I try to get
okay. I need white.
Or if you need more white, you're out of white.
Okay, so this part gets a little messy. I would say you could even you wanna be close to the canvas because we're gonna be hitting our brush to get that splattered look, right? One way I find now less is more because you could always increase. You don't need a whole lot of paint on your brush, but you'll see when you start to test it if you need more, right? So I'm gonna hit it right below the bristles.
Make sure it's dried out if you rinse it out.
If you rinse it, dab it on the napkin, put it into your white paint, and then watch me. I don't have a whole lot, and I'm probably taking too long for it to probably drying out all that. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this. So I'm not see it coming? See that white coming? You might need more paint. So we're just hitting it close, not too close to where it hits the canvas. And the thing about having too much paint is it'll create a little drip. Yeah, it's all right. It ain't. It's just a splat, you know. Yeah. So we're just gonna splat, back. Yeah, it's like, well, I thought it's the best part. You gotta get to this part. That's the finishing touch. You trying to get into this sky. You trying to max relax.
Serenity right there.
Just hit right. You got it. Somebody want me to white. Go ahead and take some of that off.
No, look that up.
I don't want it.
The bigger the stars, the more paint. The bigger the stars, the bigger.
The more paint you get.
Right, I want a little bit more on mine. I got to feel. So this part can get a little messy, but it's pretty.
We need to go viral with this right here. More people, I'm saying, need to get out the house, need to get involved.
Here we go. I'm good. I'm done. Put your signature where you want it, and you're done. I will put my signature. I will put it with the small brush. Put it right at the bottom. Put your signature if you want.
Oh yeah, them stars look nice right there. You got some shooting stars too, huh? I see a few shooting stars. I see a few shooting stars. Yeah, I see you got a few shooting stars.
Lord have mercy.
You got a few shooting stars too. It's all right right now. You know what the university is? It's kind of long.
It's a fallen android.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be go viral on this one. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, when you hit this part, that's how you gotta hold it one hand, hold it in with the other. Just the part out here.
Another way too, I know a lot of people want Thank you. Just so you know,
I got a triple star. Mine was shooting. Mine's 4th of July. Now you get the hang of
I'm just saying, whoever's doing the festivities next part. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all DJ, where you at?
Thank you.
You're gonna, put these smart on the
It's crazy. Yeah, they did. It's not, baking is not actually a real simple one.
in the water for me, please, thank you so much. This sponge you can make right on that plate.
You want me to?
You're gonna rinse out the sponge.
No, this is
Creation, like I seen that.
Yeah, we doing a lot of things. We have different pictures too. Flowers. Trying to separate nature.
Okay.
That's that's a 2 days. 18th and 19th.
Yeah, that's how you know. Yeah, the original garden pot.
All that good stuff. That's Natalie June 19th, 3 o'clock?
June 19th, 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, yes. We'll be
We're gonna make sure to have it again, though. You know what I'm saying? We'll probably make this an annual event. You know what I'm saying? Make sure
You
we have
can
it.
put a copy of it on the custom your image with your event. So for Juneteenth, we're talking about growing and blooming and, you know, freedom and
It's better to rent them out.
soil, seeds, and all that.
So how do you feel about bringing it back in the sense of, the pandemic and all that? How do you feel about bringing some type of humanity back into
I think people are really important. I think that's really why we really even started. We started with people, how can we bring something to people that are full, that is thoughtful, that's connectional, right? Like in individuality, but you can't look at any of these things without just like that. So I think humanity, is a beautiful thing. And you find that part. We're reflecting each other. The art, big folks like I think the greatest part is creating an experience. Like I can't paint it for you, but I can create an experience where you feel encouraged to try it, you never done. Try it again, go home, stuff like that. Like I think that we've all been creative at some level with creators, create, create.
I heard one girl say that when she first started the thing, when she started, she said it gave her a sense of peace. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really what's been going on for the last year or so, that we get that sense of peace and sense of serenity in that.
Right.
So you're bringing that into people's lives, you bring that into a thing. So yeah.
That's our goal.
Appreciate that.
Oh, you can, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Pick another one.
Oh, bless them. What's up, y'all? Yeah, we here one time. Yeah, showing our little presence. So we ain't showing love. Thank you. Appreciate this, homeboy. Appreciate the opportunity. Hell yeah. Good.
What's your message? She has a car, right? Dad, do you have another car?
I see a way to spend everybody.
Ladies, and we got Senoj. We got Senoj with the song. You know what I'm saying? Around the battery, y'all. So ladies, get on out here, listen to this. They come up to the window room too if they want to, because I'm telling you, you couldn't tear the house up.
Okay, now let's go now.
If y'all want to get up, hey, if y'all want to get up and stuff to it, get up and stuff to it. I mean, that's how we do it. So if y'all want to get up, y'all feel like y'all want to shake a leg, y'all feel like you're feeling it, then get on up in here. Yeah, the ankle, the leg, the hip. I'm gonna bring everybody here so y'all can get it. I got it. All you guys got y'all's tickets turned in? Check them. Okay. I'm gonna pull it on this second song. I'll put a text on the second song. Hey. Now get on out here.
How y'all doing? My name is Soul, CEO of Episode Records. Got a couple of songs for y'all. Let's do it.
Relax on the beat. Come on. You do way too much. I can't even keep my hands off me. I can make it stand from a touch. Make you feel like you know what to do. Make it stay, like it's heavy. Girl, you know exactly how to make it go. Feeling like you're ready, whenever you're ready. Me and you together, so unbelievable. Celebrate like it's your birthday. You got me hungry for your birthday. Throwing back just like it's Thursday. You not around, you got me thirsty. You got that good that's calling me. Wanna give you everything you want to me. Tell me you come home, but you started me. I can get enough of you part of me. Get enough of your loving. I can get enough of your loving. You've been running through my mind, and I know this has an all been through. And now with you, feel like I can take no losses. Get enough of your loving. Loving, baby. You doing something to me. Now I can't even leave you alone. Think about how you do me. You make me want to one more one. Damn, I never had anything like this before. Said it's time to leave, I want a little more. When you got me crazy, you my little baby. And you know what's up, so never hit the door. I salute what you do in the room, never knew that I could feel this way about you. Whenever I'm walking right, I wanna make my body, you wanna make my body, isn't that sexy body? 'Cause I can get enough of your loving. I want it every night, every day. Girl, I'm all in, ain't no hurry. So bring that ass over here to my place. Get enough of your loving. Loving. Get enough of your loving. Now with you, feel like I can take no losses. Get enough of your loving. Get enough of you.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you.
All right, now, right there, we got like 2 more.
Yeah. This song right here is about true love. I know y'all know something about love, right? Little something.
Fuck off. I'm a doctor. I'm supposed to say things like that.
You are.
No. Yes. No. Fuck it. Yes.
You're my saving grace in this world of pain. Won't you round even though you drive me insane? It's clear, no play, no games. When we make sweet love, you always call my name. You're part of me, you're the best of me. I love you down on those 2 or 3. All I need is your love, like the air I breathe. Out of all the girls in the world, you're the one for me. If I can do it all over, I'll do it again. 'Cause you're my lover, homie, my best friend. We ain't always do, can't pretend. The things we've been through, girl, that make me your man. I've been around, and I never found another like this, girl, you haven't seen. You always hold me down, you're my strength. so good that we call you man.
I got one more for y'all. I have to note the room with this one.
Soon as you come over, you know it's gonna be on. It's just me and you in a bed up in the room. How come we get it on? Come and see what I'm about. No doubt you gonna be screaming. And you know you're gonna like it. Come on in, close the door. 'Cause I'm about to break you off. Get too close, hit the floor. Turn on the phones, we don't have no need for those. Dim the lights, yeah, they burning. Your body big, yearning. You got me crazy, determined. And I'm gonna make sure that you get that more. Soon as you come over, you know it's gonna be on. Gonna make it on. It's just me and you in a bed up in this room. How come we get it on? Come and see what I'm about. No doubt you're gonna be screaming. And I know you're gonna like it. It's just me and you up in this room. Let me show you exactly what your boy can do. Come and see just what I'm about. Ain't no doubt I'm gonna make you tap out. We ain't gotta rush, we can take our time. 'Cause we could do some freaky things in my mind. It's blazing hot when we collide. I'ma make you feel that all night. Yeah, baby, so perfectly. Feel like a girl, like it's meant to be. Yeah. Ain't you alone when I hit that spot? Now you're screaming, baby, 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 don't stop. Soon as you come over, when you come over, don't be your baby. It's just me and you, just me and you. Don't tell her you know me screaming. And you know you're gonna like it.
You up. My name is Senoj Soul, SENOJ Soul. On all platforms, Spotify, Tunes, all that. Check me out.
What's your name again?
Senoj.
So now don't sing no more songs like that. Sing a different one. I was here.
Baby, too deep. You never felt. You never touch. I never love. I never love you. Hey, so I want you love. You want your body. You want your love. You want your body. Say love is all we missing. Let's say we want we first kiss it. Let's lay down and we watch stars. Let's kiss until last call. Wake up and take your thing about me. I never felt I never loved. I never loved. That's why I want to love. Nobody else. Nobody else. It's no good in public. Just gotta go inside. You already need your sex. I'm just saying to myself, come back, come on now. You can't have makeup song. She's to a love song. Heartbeat can be a poker song. We should be team us. Girl, I want you all the time. Oh, you ease my mind. That's why I'm gonna do love. Nobody else. Nobody. Nobody. You love. You love. Nobody else. Say to myself, I'm never moving
Oh, that's how we consist of hip hop and all this. Yeah, Mr. Sheriff.
Welcome back to Dirty Talks with Dirty. Where my girl at? The girl supposed to come in here too. Welcome back to Dirty Talks with Kisha Queen. I have my co-host today.
Senoj Soul, Senoj Soul.
Go ahead and give them your information. Where to look you up at?
You can hit me on Instagram, everywhere. Just look up Senoj Soul, Senoj Soul. I'm on Spotify, everywhere. Just look me up. I'm everywhere.
All right. I don't know if he know he answered today. It's time to get nasty. He said he gonna get nasty. Let's get nasty.
Let's do it.
So today we're talking about single and your overnight bags. Hashtag hoe bags. Yeah, yo. So tell me, when a female come over, what does she bring over to the house?
What does she bring over? All I need is her.
Like, my question was what do you bring a man? Like, a man bring a woman flowers when they come over on a date. They may bring her a gift. Like, what's gifts that a man would like? Like, because I don't think men want you to show up with flowers.
Nah, gifts for a man, some alcohol, some weed. we simple.
Bring the alcohol, weed, and yourself, right?
And yourself.
And the goodies, the clean goodies. So have you ever had somebody to come over and leave something at your house?
Yeah, on purpose.
Right.
On purpose.
What happened?
Well, thank you. She came over and, we did our thing. And the next day she called me and said she left her license. I'm like, it's a good reason to come back though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so,
What, you weren't going to invite her back?
Nah, I wasn't actually.
It was trash?
It ain't always good. Man.
What's
it ain't
bad?
Always good.
What's bad?
What's bad? Oh, it can get bad.
Emphasize.
Not enough dedication, not enough energy, what you call that? Dead fish? Yeah. That's bad.
So, dead fish. Okay. I know. Yeah, like, we need details. Like, I told you, say whatever you got to say on here. It's open to all.
You asking what a dead fish is?
Yeah, like, let's talk about it. We want to know.
Well, a dead fish is somebody that don't work with you, only wants you to work.
Oh, okay. So they just
I don't
lay there.
do all the work.
They just lay there.
Yeah, you got to participate.
You need a willing participant.
Yeah,
Somebody put their back into it.
Exactly.
So today's your lucky day. You're going to have a threesome. Come on. Come on, we got, come on, scoot over in the middle. I don't think we got no dead fish over here, do we?
No. And then took off the mask and everything.
She ready. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Tara. I think I'm a little bit more senior than the panelists here.
So tired.
So I'm not going to speak in code.
Please speak. Speak.
So my name is Tara. I know that you tell me to share my platform. I started this group called Worthy Am I Connect. And it's a place for women, it's a safe place for women to go. I went through some relationship issues, had to sever an engagement, and I just wanted to connect with other women just for support. So that platform has quickly grown into, and it's not self-help and it's not man bashing. And we get together on a monthly basis. We might read a book. We actually have the men coming to the platform in June, and it's www.worthyamiconnect.net, and we want to hear from their perspective. So we want to understand the gaps in communication between men and women. So I have a nephew who's a pastor, who was divorced 5 times with 4 children. But then we have men coming to the panel that are very seasoned in their relationships and marriage. So I am actually going to be the moderator for that, and it's going to be a very open and honest and genuine conversation. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, welcome to the sofa,
Yes.
sister. Have you ever had a 3-way before?
No.
This your first one? Ooh,
This my
she's a
first one.
virgin. We about
Yeah.
to pop her chair. So, do you have a spend the night bag?
I don't have one right now. I mean, I am 47 years old, so we're just going to be completely transparent, very single. I have a 7-year-old, a 25-year-old, and a 28-year-old. So I don't have an overnight bag, but I'm going to put an overnight bag together. So you were saying you were asking him what kind of gifts he liked to receive as a man. So if I were to take an overnight bag, in that bag, there would be a meal. I would bring a meal.
You will?
I would bring a meal.
I bring a meal, that's me.
Not no drink, not no weed, because we need to be coherent.
So let me show you guys my spend the night bag.
Let me see the spend the night bag.
First of all, we got to bring the wine.
Mm-hmm.
Then, got a whole bag. So always bring your own condoms. Don't ever depend on nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
So I bring 2 options. You got your Trojans and your Magnums. For some reason, men think that Magnums are so masculine and, oh, you just that man. No, sir. If you can't fit it, don't wear it. So, yeah, and then some of them, they'll have like an extra large Magnum. Well, sit down. Please, thank you. I mean, it's no shame, because if you can work it, you can work it. Don't matter your size,
They
right?
need to be true to the streets.
But have you ever used Magnums? So you like Magnums? That's your thing? That's your go-to? They too thick for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Magnums, y'all. So anyway, I like Trojan.
Why you got them?
Because you need options. We're going to use a condom regardless. We're going to protect ourselves regardless. Trust these fools. So if you already know you're going over there to spend the night, you need to load up on your pineapple juice, because when he go eat the goodies, you want that thing to be juicy, and you want it to be sweet. Load up on the pineapple juice. Don't be eating seafood and fish and they like, ugh, she stank. Because women, like, our pH balance can be thrown off by anything. Like, it doesn't mean that she's not well groomed. Maybe she ate the wrong thing. Yes.
But you have to drink pineapple juice on a continuous basis.
Yeah.
So in your system.
Yeah, get ready that week before. You be like, oh, I'm about to go get it this weekend. I got this. Then I bring my speaker because I like music.
What he gonna have ready if he got all that in that bag? But go ahead.
I got you. I'm gonna tell you because I need to make sure I'm good. So you bring your Listerine, you bring your toothbrush. I use baby shampoo for my hoo-ah to make sure, that's because you can't be using hard soap. So I use baby shampoo. And to make sure my pH balance is good afterwards, I use baking soda. Yeah, you gotta make sure that you can use baking soda or apple cider, like fresh. Don't douche, but you can use like with the mother apple cider vinegar, and you bring a toy.
You gotta be careful introducing toys into the situation. Intimidating folks.
Let me tell you, I'm a big girl, so I got a little roll. So baby, I bring the oil so you can rub it on there. You can enjoy them rolls, baby. Enjoy it all. I mean, I want to be lotion down, oil down, because when you rub it, I don't want that thing to be hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maneuver. So, I bring my own stuff. Now he gonna bring the food. He gonna bring. You say what he gonna bring? He got the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
But I'm gonna make sure I'm good, because I'm not gonna leave there and be like, oh yeah. She was dead fish. She smelled like dead fish.
When you said dead fish, I was like, is he talking about an odor? Because then she needs to be excused.
I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Okay. So I know you said you're still single right now, and you don't have any willing participants. You don't do this. You gotta have your spend the night bag.
Even for me to bring a spend the night bag, you have to make sure you're a quality person first.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But for the spend the night bag, I would have all of my toiletries, including a face towel and a big towel.
I didn't show you my face towel when you were a girl.
Because I don't know how you do your laundry.
I got my face towel. Baby, I ain't playing. I got my deodorant. I got my own too. I got all that. You gotta have your bag ready. You gotta take care of yourself, regardless of what you do. Always take care of yourself. You can have fun, but be safe and clean.
Right.
And I soak.
And super clean.
I soak afterwards. Get it back. You gotta shrink it back into its rightful place. You're stretching your stuff out. You can't. You never soak?
I feel like a senior citizen right now. It's been a while.
I'm telling you, like, women, after you have sexual relations, like, it's okay to soak in baking soda, apple cider vinegar with the mother, because it gets your pH balance back to its rightful place. I mean, make sure that it's clean, and you shrink your stuff back where it was.
Make sure the baking soda is aluminum free.
There we go. That's knowledge right there. Y'all just got something. Y'all got some free. Okay. You never heard of it?
I've never heard of it.
Wow.
But I will pass it along.
I gotta give my man the mic.
Thank you, Caleb.
I never heard of it, but I will pass it along.
Okay. Yeah, you should always make sure because some people don't know. Like, some women don't know. They weren't taught, and they don't know no better. It's not that they trying to be like that. It's just don't know. Just like you saying dead fish. Did you tell her what you wanted?
I don't think I should have to tell her.
Oh, Lord.
Communication is key.
Communication. You got to be like, baby, I want you to sit up on this thing, and I want you to jump a couple times. You got to say something. Like, you got to speak.
I mean, I do work, but, I want some active participation as well.
But you can't be a silent partner.
No, I'm not silent.
I'm not talking about the act. I'm talking about you have to I tell them what I like and what I don't like. Sometimes I have a conversation ahead of time.
them conversations, you be like, I might, I don't, for some reason, I just like to be choked sometimes. You just put it out there.
I don't think you can be shy. I think that if you're going to experience another person, even if it's just for recreational purposes, or if it's yes, or if you're in a meaningful relationship, you have to be willing to have the conversation and be clear.
Yeah. So you don't like to have a conversation with them because of what reason? You think gonna hurt their feelings?
I didn't say I don't like to have a conversation, but it just didn't get there. So it happened too fast. So.
Oh, damn.
I'm trying to.
So it's like, oh, babe. I know, like, oh, she's working on me, and let's go, and it just happened like that. That's fast, or what? Like, what's fast?
I mean, situations happen where, you just end up there.
I need you to come on. We want to see. Feel it, please. I'm up here begging, like I'm down on hands and knees. Give me the information.
I mean, sometimes you meet somebody and you just catch sparks, and you go at that.
So one night stand.
I've had them, yeah.
So you meet a stranger and just go for it.
It's happened.
Yeah,
it's happened.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
I'm gonna be honest. It's happened.
You too old. You too old.
I gotta do background checks, and there's a way to do it without running the social.
You gonna tell us?
Yeah, a conversation. I say background checks. I'm a human resources professional. I got ways, but
I'm calling her. Look, I'm calling her. Y'all know who
no, seriously, that's why I'm talking about the conversation you have to have. There are a lot of indicators when you talk to people.
Absolutely.
So you know whether or not it's okay, you know, for you. Mine's I've not saying I've not been in situations where there are one night stands, but I am familiar with the person before I engage. So
I like how you say like I engage. And I'll be like before I smash. I need to be more political correct around here. I need to pick up on that. I'll be like, look, you play basketball, what your D like? Like that's all I got.
Well, you change your style of communication depending on who you're talking to. So communication, accommodation.
All right now, I got that. But I never done a one night stand. Like just meet somebody and smash. Oh, he said cap. I heard somebody say cap. Okay. No, I let me recall. No, hold on. I don't know if it comes to me. I'll let you guys know on the next one. But I never done it.
I've had pre-planned, like I had someone, I was interested in him, and it didn't look like it was going anywhere. So I said, look, well, let's have a conversation. I'm attracted to you. I'm single. This is not going to go anywhere, but I would like to, we'll just say have relations.
I like that. You know, like you. Ooh.
So it was, and we did that, and I let him know what the ground rules were because I had children. And I dated him in high school, so there was I knew him, but I knew that there was no commitment in sight. So he was my hookup.
So she had this whole breakdown for a situationship. We call it a fucking buddy. It's nothing wrong with it. That's what makes you feel comfortable. It's the conversation. At least you know.
That's what I'm talking about, the conversation.
At least they know it's not like, oh, I think we're gonna be in a relationship, or you have somebody stalking you.
He just looked at me like, "Are you?" I said, "I'm serious."
They're not used to women being honest like that, huh?
I don't
they
know
lie.
how to do nothing else.
Some men lie. Not all men, but some men lie.
What's that? What is it? I know I'm dating myself, but you ain't got to lie to kick it, Craig.
You ain't gotta lie, Craig. Have you ever had a woman just come out blatantly and ask you?
No.
You must be intimidated. You must be scaring people. She be like, I'm sure, like you do all these events and things. Nobody ain't never walked up to you and be like, hey.
I mean, I got some groupie love, but
what does that be like? I need some groupies. How you get those?
How you get those? I don't know how I got them, but you know, it happens.
You went in there with an extra small T-shirt on. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Whatever works.
Whatever get it poppin'. I ain't mad at you. I never had nobody to be just blatantly honest.
I've had men just say what they wanted, and I was like, I really appreciate that, but I'm not interested. Thank you.
So polite.
I say thank you too.
I love you. Like, thank you anyway. I'm very appreciative. That's cool.
You can be polite. It's less, you know.
So why were you not interested?
Because I wasn't attracted.
You don't like attracted. Mm-hmm. So as long as you're attracted to him, you know, it doesn't matter. It's just like we can smash and doesn't it?
See, like I said, I'm a little different. I'm a little.
After you run the background check.
After I run the background check. Yeah.
What do you look for in a background check?
Well, like I said, it's not literally a background check, but it is conversation. It is openness. It is, you know, being honest. And it's like, you can just tell me what do you like? I will ask, what do you like? And then I can tell you what I like.
Anybody in here had one night hookups?
Don't lie.
Oh, y'all lying. Oh, nobody.
They just want to be discreet.
Oh.
Keep it 100.
See,
I know I ain't the only nigga.
I know.
One time. Yeah.
Have you ever had a one night hookup?
One time.
Okay, you got somebody being true. We got two truthful people.
Maybe a few.
Maybe a few. That's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I was drinking.
It was blame it on the alcohol.
Parking lot pimping, you know, to those all day.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Parking lot.
What's that? Explain. What's the parking lot pimping?
What's parking lot pimping?
Yeah.
That's when you go to the club, but you don't actually go in.
What?
You wait in the parking lot for everybody to get out and just
Car be
Pull if
extra
you
clean
want.
and shiny. Tires be just shine.
They already drunk.
Yep.
Let's clear that up.
Easy work. Easy
So
work.
we don't want them thinking that, oh, we was in a relationship and we had a one night stand. How many wasn't in the relationship and had a one night stand?
Wasn't in a relationship. Maybe that sounds better.
Okay,
That
okay.
sounds better?
Clearing it up.
Keep
Yeah.
Keep it 100.
It's not.
It's okay. It's no judgment. It's a
Hands going just
judgment-free
little bit.
zone here.
Hands is going up a little bit right now.
But he like, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. Look,
Yeah.
him right there. That's a couple. They like, I ain't saying it. They probably was y'all a one night hook up at first. Y'all started out. They started out as a one. And look at them now. Look at y'all.
Oh.
I'm so proud. See, I'm now want to go get a hookup. I might get me a husband.
You want a one night hookup? You want a one night hookup?
See, all y'all testimony. I need they.
I don't want to jump up now.
Yeah. I just feel like if that's what you choose to do, as long as you keep, be safe, and that's on you. Just keep it safe, keep your condom, whatever kind you like. Matter of fact, yeah, keep them. Women keep. Look, keep your condom. Protect yourself, but have fun, have good fun. There's nothing wrong with sex. That's how we all got here. I
True.
love sex.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to concur on that one.
People, it's like a dead subject. People are scared to talk about it. Like, no, that's your sexuality. Like, be proud. Be proud of what you do. Like we was in there talking about they have a sex toy that goes by the music. It goes to the rhythm. You said you want Hammer, right?
I did.
Hammer?
I did.
She want Hammer song. Which one?
It's in that room.
Hammer time.
Hammer
Oh.
time.
It might be in there dancing now. Hey.
That's pretty cool. That's cool. So as a single woman, toys, that's what you utilize right now.
I don't participate in anything right now.
You're so powerful.
Well, I just got, like I said, I was in a relationship. I thought I was getting married. I have a 7-year-old daughter at home. My boys are the older children. So for me right now, it's really about what I model. So I can, I was of a generation where you were seen and not heard. You didn't have a voice. And because that's just the way it was. They didn't talk about stuff. And they modeled something different.
Well, my granddaddy got 7 kids. They showed me. They might didn't tell me, but I seen it. 7 kids, granddaddy. So they didn't have to say nothing. Right. I know what they was doing.
Man, my grandma had 13. So
woo-woo.
They didn't have cable.
They didn't have cable.
I'm the youngest of 7. I said, Mommy, you didn't have no cable.
None. But now we got Netflix and chilling. Folks still getting pussy. So it's even worse. Have you ever been over to somebody like, we're gonna watch a movie? You be like, okay. You go over there with your bag, you make it discreet, you go over there with your little spinning knife. You already know what's going down.
If you're in that space, I kept mine in the trunk.
You got you, okay, that's right now.
You did.
That's what you gotta do. So they be like, let's Netflix, and then halfway through the movie, you be like, dang, I wanted to see that movie.
I'm a little different. I didn't come to watch no movie.
I just come get your ass down, lay down. You want no dead fish, you hopped on.
You got to ask them questions too, especially as you graduate in age.
Uh-huh.
You have to ask, is everything working? Are there any challenges in that area?
Oh, that's deep.
So, and then if you don't get a call back,
that's deep.
But you gotta be honest. That's not cool. If you're not being honest, what's your status? Yes, you can.
You want to know if that's
you can ask a man.
They would. I know, because just like he can sit up here and say she a dead fish, you can ask if that thing working.
What's not fair is you get into a situation and ain't nothing happening.
That sucks. I would cry.
Hey, everybody got bad days.
It's not about bad days. It's like, what, so I'm going to be extremely transparent.
Bad days.
Right. Well, if you have health issues. So my guy, he was diabetic. See, nobody, yeah.
That medication, I heard about it.
So
you can't.
Sometimes it didn't work out. And so instead of him being honest about that at the beginning of the relationship, we find out later, because I wasn't jumping right in bed. So that's what I mean about being open, honest, having conversation. Got him on a juice regimen. Helped him lose some weight. And things were better. So you have to be able to, like I said, I don't have time. I'm 47 years old. I'm still raising a child at home. I just have the conversation.
That's the part too, as far as, like, oh, I'm gonna hold out. I don't want to just have sex right now, so I'm gonna hold out because I don't want him to think I'm a whore. And then you done dated this fool for all these months, and you finally get it, and you be like, man, just throw the whole person away. Like, in the trash. Yeah, but I think what? Like, it all goes away. I can't even feel for you no more. Like,
it depends on whether or not you have a connection with the person. So I cared enough about the person to help him holistically.
That you so powerful. I love you, yo. Like, for real, I do.
You don't just throw them away if you care about them.
I'm sorry, because when a woman waits, I don't know about guys, but when you're waiting and you haven't had sex in a while, my first thought is I'm finna tear her son up. I'm about to fuck his life up, and he gonna be addicted. So, and I come and you.
Wait, how old are you again?
I'm in my 30s.
I'm so glad my son is not single. Look, get her. No. I'm gonna get your son.
I'm fucking somebody's son life up. Your mama gonna be calling me, what you do to my son? Like, girl, let me tell you, it had been a couple months. I dived in that thing. Definitely ain't no dead fish. He gonna be like, can I get some work in? So I just can't see myself. That's like the thing with me. It's not the part of like you gotta wait. It's have that conversation so both you guys know what's up. But I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait months or down the line.
For nothing.
Yeah. I think it should be a trial. Like, look, this one time. I just got to see before we continue on. The trial period. We can't do that.
It's a mindset.
Yeah.
Trial period. I like that.
Yeah, like I got a test. Test it out. You know how you go test your perfume? Like, see if you like it or not before you buy it?
Yeah.
Like, let me test you out real quick. Like, do you come with a resume or something? Like, can I get some of your old acquaintances and all? Like, girl, look, can you just tell me the real?
These are references.
I know. Trouble, don't be like us. Don't be like us. We ain't right. But I love your attitude about it.
All good.
That's good. So, are you looking for somebody now?
I just started school again, and I'm focused on that right now and raising that little. I just am apprehensive about bringing anybody else around my daughter. So for me, the driver is my family.
That's good, but you don't have to bring her in, daughter. Take you spend a night bed.
I'm not saying it would never happen. I'm just not actively seeking that. That's all. Not right now.
That's good.
So what if it creep up on you?
We always have a bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
That's right.
Gotcha. Free.
I'm not saying don't be a free spirit, but I'm not out here in these streets like
don't be in them streets.
Because even excuse me, big asshole men don't like hoe women. They do not. Yeah. I mean, if you hoeing with me, who else you hoeing with? They don't like sharing.
That's right. They don't. It's true, but they be out there.
That's the one thing. I don't try to match what I think they're doing.
Exactly.
To be quite frank, women are way worse than men. And better at it.
Don't tell our secrets.
I just told it. And that's real talk.
They think they be in there.
And we don't have to be Inspector Gadget. I'm sorry.
As far as
Cold world.
cold shit.
Cold shit, right on the money.
Don't do that.
Don't tell our secrets.
No, they already know. They know. But because just like you said, she might be a dead fish to you, but everybody's not compatible. And just because you think you him, maybe she don't think she like it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, that's why it's good to talk to people and let them know what you like, because everybody likes something different. Everybody's not your ex partner or your ex the person that you was dealing with. True. So it's good to talk to them and see what they like. Some people like some shit out here.
That's why you got to talk first. So you can. I'm scheduling my one night stand.
Wow.
I'm scheduling because I need to talk to you first. You need to understand what their habits are. There are, like I said, there are ways to figure out people in just regular conversation.
Yeah, it's just talking and listening and hearing them out. Can you schedule mine too?
I can schedule it for you.
Thank you.
I know. I've been told, and they, because I have a long history in HR, so they're like, "Oh, you're like that because you're in human resource." I was like, "Yeah, that's
like,
it."
Like I've been doing.
That ain't it.
I've been doing this way before HR.
But you can ask questions that are very telling. You can tell by verbal and nonverbal cues. Even if you're on the phone, you can hear the reluctance to respond. And if if you're dealing with, I've been told that they're like, you've really got it. I said, don't tell me I have a mouth on me. I know.
Yeah, you're right, because this guy, we were talking about deep throat, and he said, I don't know if you can deep throat. I said, this one right here.
Do you have the equipment for that?
Yeah. So that was him saying that he.
Are you trying? And guess what I would have said? Are you trying to tell me that you have a large penis?
Yeah. A small one.
Oh, but what are you? Because if you're about it, you don't have to talk about it.
Exactly. I guess it's like not a surprise. So that's not a surprise to you. And that's good to be honest with someone, so they won't be expecting something, because some people look at me and especially they think all black men have this large void, like so they're gonna look at you and be like, oh, and he's tall and he's big, he got muscles.
We're not talking about you. We're not talking about
so you. And then you go there.
Wow, this is so lovely.
It's getting deep.
No, do you ever talk about your size?
My size? I don't have to. I show.
Okay, see.
I don't talk. I show.
Now the men whores walk around with sweatpants on, the great sweatpants.
Wait, I gotta tell you a story. Wait a minute. Why? Because I was thinking, like, how am I gonna? Because I don't want to meet nobody out in the produce department with their mask on. I'm gonna need you to lift the mask up because I need to see it. So I'm like, maybe I should try a dating site. This is before I started school. And I went on there and I said, is this fool really having a picture taken angled up and he got on his basketball shorts? What?
Trying to show you what he's working with.
Oh, okay.
And then that don't mean that they can work. Like, because I've seen men, I'd be like, okay, you're good and he have that. Maybe y'all need to switch penis. Because
you got to go into it managing your expectations, though. Don't have a lot of expectations.
Yeah, because
that's not true.
That's how I feel.
Have your expectation. Have it your way or no way.
Okay.
Depends on the circumstance and the people.
What is it? McDonald's have it your way?
Or Burger King. Burger King. I think a lot of Burger Kings have closed down.
I am dead.
Burger King. They don't have a lot of people coming through their drive-through no more.
I love you so much.
So when you one of the things that I focus on just personally, because there's a difference between being self-centered and centered self. So knowing what you want, knowing what you need, being able to communicate that. But like I said, there for me at this age, it's the whole package. Even if it's just me spending some quality time with you and it's not going to go anywhere, you have to be centered self and not self-centered.
I love that. So that's good. That's good. I love that.
Whatever the woman wants.
Oh my gosh, Kayla. That's my producer tonight. Oh my God.
What's her name, Kayla?
Kayla? Yes, Kayla.
He's centered self, not self-centered.
Yes, that's awesome, because when you're meeting somebody, just like I'm single right now, I'm very busy, like you said. Like I get everything I need from what I'm doing as far as what I'm trying to build. But when I sit still, I start feeling some type of way. And when I start feeling some type of way, I be like this, try to cross my legs real tight. So, but I was like, you know what? It may be okay just to have somebody just to please.
Yeah.
Without, because I really don't think the relationship thing right now, So I think I'm gonna take your advice.
What part?
I got somebody. And give me somebody to tune me up.
You do what you got to do. It just depends on
Because
where
you
you're
need it. I don't know. I get frustrated. I'm angry when I'm sex deprived.
Okay.
I get really angry like sometimes, and I don't want to be like that. I get straight. I get like.
You know what I did, and this is probably gonna be like,
what you do, girl?
So because I have a very healthy appetite. So when I had my daughter, I prayed, and I said, Lord, please take that desire away for now, because I don't want to be out here in these streets just doing anything. So
exactly. And I think
it's like I said, it depends on where you at, in your life.
Yeah, it's been holding me. I've been like, that's the same thing I did because I am very.
But you know how to take care of yourself.
I do, but I like penis.
Mm-hmm.
I do like toys. Don't like toy. You can do toys so often. I don't know how people do it for so long. But then I'm like, I want penetration.
You know they can do that, girl.
It's not even the penetration for me.
Like that person, you want that. I need that. I want that interaction.
I think I want a hug more than anything. Yeah, a real hug.
My love language is physical touch. So I want that interaction with somebody, every now and then, and then I like oral sex. So I'm not gonna be sucking no dildo. Fuck out of here. No, that's not real meat. I like the skin. Penises are beautiful.
Vegan, man.
I know, right? That tofu ass. I don't want the tofu. I want that real meat.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That Texas grown meat. That's where all the good, the beef come from. Beef. That's why. Okay. Yeah. But that's what I mean as far as, you just want somebody, but then some people, as far as your feelings getting caught up, like feelings get caught up in, you look like, you look
all
like,
the
no.
time.
She like, no, I'm hard body.
No, I'm a very feeling person. Yeah.
Oh, so that's why you don't want to enter into anything, just being freely out there, and then you catch feelings for somebody, and you guys already had the conversation. Now you don't want to, say that because you don't like a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we had this conversation. I can't be coming to him now and be like, you know what?
I caught him.
I like you a little bit more than I should. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done looked in his eyes too hard or something. You don't want to do that. So that's why it's hard to be able to just go to someone and just be freely, just having sex like it's nothing.
As long as you set boundaries, you can do it.
I did it. And then when I was done, I was done.
You a thug.
No, I'm not. I'm a really nice person, but I was done, and I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to do this anymore. And he was like, for real? And then he was like, I didn't caught feeling. I was like, for real? I said, the stuff.
With a smile?
Yeah.
That's evil. Why would you do
no,
it? No,
because I couldn't believe it. I said, are you serious, dude? Like, this is every man's dream. No commitment,
I don't believe these men. They just be talking trash. They feeling the same way.
That's what I mean about you. Really, you can attempt to set the rules, but you don't have control over what you might start to feel. So.
Right, you can't have control. And then if they hit that spot right there, it just hit your feelings.
This
like that feeling spot. Like, hold on, you get that one.
She all about the G. That's all. That's it.
I love it. So. All right, so I want to thank you guys for coming on the show, being my host. Thank you guys for being my audience today. I appreciate you guys. So, you guys check in with us next week. You guys gave them your platform. Check them out. and support them in everything that they do. I seen my co-host perform tonight. He didn't take off his shirt or nothing, but he did good. So thank you guys for checking in. Check me out at Miss Kisha, Kisha Queen on Instagram. My YouTube, my videos just dropped this last week, so go ahead and check it out. Kisha Queen on YouTube. Hot Girl Swag. I got a new song out, so check that out. Yams. Guys, check in with you next week. Mwah.